Well, good late afternoon, early evening, everyone. It's February 14th, 2021, Valentine's Day, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those of you who are enjoying the day with someone you love, thank you for joining us. And this is the predictions for NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. So, and if I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last NXT Takeover before WrestleMania.
Um, I think. Oh gosh, I think you're right in a way, but yeah, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and yes, guys, we are going to. This is I was going to do, but I didn't have time, so Brandon had to do it on his channel instead. But right now we're doing it today because we're about less than 3 hours from the actual pay per view itself.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to make these predictions. Brian and I have to get to the with a few other people. So you'll
Yes.
see them when we go on. All
Oh
right,
yeah,
but right
absolutely.
now we gotta get this done quick because I have to get everything done. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
5 matches on the card as usual. We'll start from the bottom all the way to the top. So we have the North American Championship matchup between Johnny Gargano and what do you pronounce his name? Kushida.
You got it. It's Kushida.
Okay. All right. So who do you match up, Brandon? In case you were wondering how you did the predictions yesterday on the channel.
Well, for me, I did it on the WWE.com website, which I did from like I did the same thing like what you did from bottom to top, which I did it very differently, but instead, but it's all good nonetheless. So if you know, for my prediction between Gargano or we would like to call on Rant Rave, Johnny Gargantuan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm watching. One of them watching on TV. Uh, the Daytona 500 is right now in a rain delay for the second year in a row.
Yep. Anyway, taking on Kushida. Well, I'd love to see Kushida winning it, but they're going to be having some constant interference
New
again.
champion.
So,
New champion.
not in the case though. I have to go with Gargano for the win to retain the title.
I have way too many interferences. Oh, by the way, not only today is the NXT Takeover Vengeance Day pay per view, but it's also the finals of the Dusty Rhodes tag.
Yep, I mentioned that before on my side.
Yep, and it's dedicated to the late WWE Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Absolutely.
Now, before we get on to the next match, Brandon, I'm curious. What were some of your favorite moments from Dusty?
Well, I'll say this though. I mean, Dusty though, I will say I know one of his moments becoming the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And gosh, so many rivalries on hand, along with Ric Flair, many others as well along the way.
Including Jerry the King Lawler.
Yep.
Yeah, so some of my from Dusty Rhodes is when as you said, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship match and the few rivalries, but some of my favorite moments was his commentary days with WCW. He was doing some pay-per-view play-by-plays with both Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan. He also joined forces as well.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. NW New World Order 4.
Yes.
Yeah. I think as far as I know, I think two of my favorite tag teams, not only with the Generation X with the WWF back in the day, also with WCW when Hogan, Nash, Scott Hall, the Macho Man Randy Savage. It's got between if I had to pick two favorite duos in WWE, would have to be D Generation X and the NWO.
Yes.
Yep. DX and the New World Order never get old. Yeah, you want to talk about DX, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, X, and for the NWO, you got Nash, Savage, Mark
Mm-hmm.
Bischoff. All right, let's not get off topic anymore. Let's move on. All right, so the
Yes.
NXT Championship match now. Pete Pete Dunne against Finn Balor.
Well, or for Pete Dunne, like to call him Pete. You're done, son. All right. Well,
Never get used to it.
yes. If Pete Dunne becomes the NXT champion, I would be shocked. But with that, it's not happening. So I go Finn Balor for the win to retain the title.
Uh, yeah, I don't think Dunne's going to get anywhere close to becoming champion, so I'd agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The winner and still NXT champion, Finn Balor,
Yes.
as the ring announcer would say. All right, so the next one is it's the finals of the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team matchup. As well, we'll receive a future match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. We have MSK, Nash Carter and Wes Lee against Grizzled Young Veterans Drake and Zach Gibson.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I know for a fact that the Grizzled Young Veterans they want to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and they haven't won it since last year. So I would love to see them winning it, but I think I go with the young duo of MSK winning it. So MSK for the win.
I have to agree with you. Yeah, yeah. So right now, in case you're wondering, I just changed the channel because the Daytona 500 is still delayed due to weather situations in Daytona. In case
Yes.
you're wondering, Kevin Hart the race by after 15 laps. So we're gonna if the game if the race does get postponed today, they'll finish the race tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. So, all right, next match. The Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. The women's receiving a future WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. We got Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez against Amber Moon and Shotzi Blackheart.
Ooh. You know, I mean, Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai are on a roll. I'll say that as a team. I mean, same with Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Oh gosh, it's going to be a very tough one to choose. So, I mean, I would love to see Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart winning the women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but in that case, I have to go with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
Yeah, and I think if I recall, I think there was only I think before I get my prediction, I've heard one answer that Dusty Rhodes did with WCW as a announcer, and that
Yeah.
was the Professor Mike Tenay.
Oh yeah.
That was the one. So it was Dusty Rhodes, Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Iron Mike Tenay. All right, but other than that, I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez for the dub. It's gonna be a big one. A triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. I just got a text. I'll get to that. I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
A triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, and the current NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai.
Yep. Oh. Well, let's just say this. Toni Storm wants to become the NXT Women's Champion. I know she did this. She did this before with NXT UK Women's Champion, and by defeating Rhea Ripley at the time. I mean, Mercedes Martinez wanted to win. I mean, she wants the NXT Women's title so bad as well. So, gosh, I mean, I would love to see both Mercedes and Toni winning it, but in that case, it has to be one winner. I don't see them winning it, so I got to go with Io Shirai retaining the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, because as you said, Toni had a chance of winning the NXT UK Women's Championship by defeating Rhea Ripley at the time. But now since Rhea Ripley's on Monday Night Raw, it'll be awfully tough for Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. But I have the winner of the triple threat match and still NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai. By the way, congratulations Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're winner 55 champions this past Sunday. So,
yes,
very happy about that, and I'm so very happy to be a Buck. So, and yes, Tom Brady, the greatest of all time as far as sports is concerned, 7 Super Bowl rings. He may win his 8th in the upcoming season, Brandon. You never know.
Yep.
He won 6. He's won his first, including the 6 he'd already won with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, Tom Brady, the best there, just like Bret Hart. Tom Brady, just like Bret Hart, the best there was, and the best of it.
Yep.
All right, well, that's gonna do it, everyone. We'll see you for the reactions coming up next on Brett Inside, and we will also see you guys this coming Saturday night for the predictions for WWE Elimination Chamber, the last major pay-per-view for WrestleMania and the last pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Thank you much.
Yep.